Kia ora everybody. Today on the adventures of the Squariel we're going to have a couple of jobs we're going to look at. One of them is the generator, which I want to pull down and put bearings and brushes in it, and we'll clean up the commutator on the armature and we'll see what else we can find. The other job I want to get done this weekend is to take out all gallery plugs out of the crankshafts and make sure the galleries are clean, which is kind of the whole reason we pulled the engine down to begin with. So we'll get onto that a bit later. Or not, depending on how the generator goes. Ariel is a 6-volt positive earth electrical system. They were positive earth because way back in the day that's the way the power is supposed to work, and then engineers loved it. There's a bunch of stuff written about how it ended up being negative earth, being the most common platform, but I'll leave you to Google that because I can't remember most of it and it's not that important or exciting, but I'm sure we can blame the French. Okay, I don't think there'll be too much involved in this, so be a screw there, a couple of old wires to remove, and we'll take the end off. Better take the drive gear off, which should just pop off. It's just on a plain shaft, it's not a taper. There's the woodruff key in there, which we will pop out. It's got a plain ball bearing at that end. It'll probably have a bush in that end, probably won't have a bearing. Nothing too elaborate. I have a new wiring loom for the bike already, got that from Dragonfly. So the old wiring, it's 60 years old, it's brittle, so it chopped most of those bits off when we pulled it apart. Okay, let's see. I was just thinking I should have this in a vise because it'll probably be really hard to get apart because it hasn't been apart for 60 years, but in actual fact they weren't too bad at all. So these screws should be quite long and they should be going right through the body and into the other end, into the head of the generator, and we'll be holding it all together. Providing of course I've got the right screws. And that would look like I have. There we go. It was that simple. Oh, there's a bearing at that end. Okay, that's good. So that is the armature. I've still got to pull the nose off. That should be straightforward. There might even be two bearings in there. In there is a bevel drive for the distributor. It's just like an old car. It's got a distributor running off there for providing the sparks. This end is the commutator. Doesn't look too bad. I'll give that a little spin up in the lathe and give it a clean up, give everything a good wash down, and I might even go back together. Still got a little bit to do at this end. Ooh, something loose down there that shouldn't be. Okay, there's a spring in the end cap here, which is obviously just putting a little bit of load on the bearing at the end to stop everything floating around. The field coils and magnets look okay. I don't have the proper electrical equipment. Back in the day we used to have a thing called a growler for checking these. I don't have access to that, so I put a multimeter over them, so as long as they've got continuity I will deem them to be okay. We'll get the rest of it apart, we'll give that a good clean up, put the alloy bits through the bead blaster, give a bit of a paint, and let's see how we go. We'll be back shortly. Right, welcome back. So we've pulled apart the generator. The housings on way cleaning, doing that. Came apart reasonably well. I got one small snafu, and that is I broke a bolt off in this nose cone. It holds the earth strap. It's a 5BA screw in there, so I got to figure out how to get that out. So, hopefully I'll be able to drill it out, which is a bit of a pain. Apart from that, it came apart pretty well. The armature, I was going to go and borrow the neighbour's lathe and turn down the commutator, but it's actually in pretty good nick. There's no scoring or anything on it. So that and the seal surface I've just polished. I polished the commutator. It's important, if you do skim them, that you undercut the grooves in the commutator. To do this, I just took a hacksaw blade, I ground back the set of the teeth and just went round it and gave it a little undercut there. That just stops any little bits of copper from touching the other segment of the commutator. It'll cause it to short out and you won't get your full voltage. When you only got 6 volts to play with, you need all the help you can get. Brushes were interesting. That's a brush that I took out of it. That's a brand new replacement one. The old one's actually got more carbon on it still than the new ones that are replacing it. But I'll still go ahead and place it. Goodness knows how old it is. That's in pretty good nick. Aside from that, there's one seal, 2 bearings. The casing is outside drying. I've just painted it. So I'll put the bearings on this now. We'll start putting it back together. I've got to replace the I put new brushes in the brush plate and get that back in, and hopefully we'll go back together okay. So like all jobs that start off with, this shouldn't take too long. It's turned to shit really, that's all I can say. Okay, so I've cleaned up the seal area on the armature. I've cleaned up the commutator, put the bearing on commutator end. We've pressed the bearing into the distributor end and the seal on that with a bit of rubber grease on there for good luck. Couple of things have happened. Despite my best care and attention, I seem to have misplaced one of the screws that hold the brush on the other brush. So I've got one of those ready to go. The other one I cannot find, which means it'll turn up when I stop looking. I started trying to drill the broken stud out. I've ordered a 5BA tap and a couple of 5BA screws. This turned into, of course, a bigger job than what I thought it was going to be, and actually thought about it and thought I'll take the practical way out and I'll just drill and tap a new hole beside the old one. It's an earth wire, it's not too important, and the same screw that fits that will fit that, so in a couple of days I'll have some 5BA screws. I can replace that one. I'll finish off that. The housing is outside drying in the sun. It's the absolute middle of winter here and it's filthy hot, so gotta love Queensland. That'll be it for now. So it was going to be a one-part video, but I guess it's now a two-part video. So stay tuned, and next time we come back we'll be putting it together again.